some. I'm stunning, you love it. Come on.
Hi, this is Dina with Pretty Productive. Welcome back to my channel. Today what we're going to be doing is a incremental income cash stuffing, as well as working on my savings challenge. I kind of talk about what this is going to become, and then we are rolling into kind of going back to cash envelopes. So if you saw my week 3 check-in, I talked about the fact that I want to go back to my cash envelopes in September. While I completely respect and understand why my husband does not like to have that much cash in the house, I get it. But now that I'm working from home, I very rarely am out of the house to where I'm worried about taking that much cash with me. But second of all, I just have better control when I see the cash come in and the cash go out. Now I will continue to use my credit card for certain fixed expenses, as well as online shopping, getting gas, things like that. That's not going to change, but I'm going to slowly kind of go back to cash envelopes for my everyday spending, my everyday cash envelopes. So we're going to get started with this first, and I'll kind of walk you through what my thought process is. It's always a little scary, I know. So let's start with the savings challenge. When I started this in March, it didn't really have a function other than I wanted to do a savings challenge. I enjoy doing them. And I knew that if I filled the 100 tabs/envelopes, that I would have $5,050. So that's what I've been doing. I've only been taking leftover cash from my envelopes, which really are very few, so it's not building up very fast. And that's what I've been doing. That's how I've been filling this. So we are going on a vacation in July of 2023. We are renting, it's actually 2 beach houses, there's one on top of the other, and it will be right around $5,000 by the time you look at food and gas and the rental. So I decided to change this into a sinking fund for the beach house, and that way I didn't have to create a separate fund for that and then track that. I could just do it in here. And I calculated if I put $400 a month at least away between now and June, then I will have all the money that I need. I currently have $1,249 in here. So you're gonna see that come out of my incremental income, and I've already pulled the cash out from the bank. The rest of this, I kind of just tried to go through and see where I was continually exhausting a fund, or some things that I know that are coming up that I wanted to fund. So I just have left the money in the account all month. Today is the 20th. I'm not gonna be paid any additional funds for this month, so I figured it was a good time to go ahead and do this. So let's get started. So overall, after taxes and everything, I brought home $4,000. So $400 goes right into savings. So I am saving 10% of my income, both my other income as well as my incremental. So I'm gonna highlight that. This is my incremental income midlighter color. The first thing I'm going to fund is date night, because it is pretty much done. So I'm going to take, we'll count the money first. I do want to just kind of say this is what has been left over for the month from my envelope. So this is just gonna go into the cash stuffing when we go into the savings challenge money. So this is already in the tray. I took out $900. Now my challenge was, this is how I broke it out, but when I got to the bank yesterday, they did not have any 50s. So I ended up taking the $300 in 20s. So I have a lot of 20s. So I don't know how exactly this is gonna work. I figured with the 50s, this would have worked perfectly, but now I don't know. But it was a total of $900. Now $900 is not going into my savings challenge. That is for all of the sinking funds that I am going to be doing in cash, and then obviously the sinking funds, the savings challenge as well. So let's go ahead and count this and make sure it is right. So 100, 200, 300. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, so 460 in 20s, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 in 10s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 in 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So 900 altogether. I guess I should be glad they didn't have 50s. I always get confused with those. So this is here. I also have a few other savings challenges that I'm going to be funding today. The ones I got from Denise at D versus Debt. So I'm just gonna kind of go in order. I think it'll be easier for me. So I did kind of switch out these envelopes because I originally got rid of one of my binders when I took all the cash back to the bank, and then I really just kind of looked at each one and which ones am I actually going to fund in cash and which ones will stay in an online account. So the first thing I want to do is go to date night, and currently I only have $40 in here. And I'm going to do, well, I was going to do 150, so we're gonna just do all 20s. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1. And then I'll just do this one so you can just see how I track it. So my current balance is 40. Today is the 20th. I'm just gonna put fund 100, so I have 140. This has been a good one just to have in cash, so I'm just gonna keep as many as I can in cash. And then before I leave savings challenges, which is here, first is savings. So currently, after my last deposit, which was at the beginning of the month when I transferred the funds over, let me grab my eyeliner. I had 8,991. No, I actually have 9,100 in the savings account, but I didn't have enough to color the next bag of money. So 91. Let's put 9,100. It's like 91 and some change. Plus 400 equals 9,500. So I can color in this next bag of money. So my goal for this was $10,000 at the beginning of the year, which was 10% of my income. I have been funding with my incremental income, which at the beginning of the year, I didn't even know I was gonna have incremental income. So I did each little bag of money for $333. So I only have these two more. So I definitely will finish this out beginning of September. So a couple months early. Now this money will just stay in the bank. It's an additional emergency fund that is completely liquid, attached to our checking account. So if something happens and we need cash fast, it's there. Our other sinking fund of our 3 to 6 months is at a whole nother bank. And that was just so we didn't touch it. It would just sit there until we needed it. But I wanted to have something that was attached to my checking account just in case. I didn't want to have to worry. All of my other sinking funds are in Capital One savings accounts. And if you've ever used Capital One, you know it is not fast getting the money back out. It's great if I just want to move it over onto my card to make a payment. It's perfect. But it is not good if you want to, you know, get any other money from there. Okay, so I did not update this. 4,970. So 8141 plus 970 is 9,111, and then today was 400. And I do all my transfers. As soon as I calculate that that's what I'm gonna do, I go ahead and transfer it from my checking into my savings. So 9,511, so I definitely will make it. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop putting 10%. I would eventually like to work up to 20% of my income going into savings. So spend or save 80% in my budget, but then 20% automatically off the top will go into savings. And then this $10 savings challenge, because I do have a few, I had 2 10s before I put my 10s in, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I had 2 10s. So I'm going to take these 2 10s and put them into my $10 savings challenge. And the reason why I don't do 1s or 5s is because they add up really quick. I always have 1s and 5s left. I very rarely have 10s left because I don't use a lot of 10s. So that's why I wanted to make this a $10 savings challenge. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 10, 20, 30. So 230. So I need another 10 before I can color in my next bag of money. So we'll put that there for later. Okay, so those are done. And then Target, I put $100 into my envelope, and then when I go to Target, I put that onto my Target Red card. And I just finally took my last $100 bill that was in here and put it on my card. And luckily I still have a little bit of money left. I don't know what it is, but every time I go to Target, and I think a lot of people feel this way, they always have so many cute things and new things. It feels like every week I go in there, it's new. So I used to not be a Target shopper. I didn't see the addiction that people have with Target, but now I totally get it. So Target is done. Savings challenge, we're gonna wait till the end. Okay, so the next thing coming out of this is my car registration. Now I have a sinking fund for car repair, maintenance, everything car related. My personal car is on a 3-year warranty, so I don't have even to pay for oil changes, but I knew my car registration was coming up in September and I knew how much it was gonna be. So the money was sitting there. Then I decided I was going to move money into that account, so why not just take the money out of my incremental income, leave that account intact, instead of taking the money out and then putting the money back in. So $675 is going to pay for my car registration. So I'll pay for that on my Capital One card and then pay myself back. $500 is going into vacation. So I have 2 vacations coming up. I have one that is in October, which is a trip to Las Vegas with my daughter for our birthdays. We're gonna go see a comedy show. So I've already paid for the tickets and I've already paid for the hotel. So I need entertainment money and I need food money. So I'm gonna take $500, transfer it into my vacation fund, and then that way I have a debit card that just goes to that account, and I'll use that when we're in Vegas. So transfer that. Black Friday is a new one. I normally start saving for Black Friday long before August. What I have been doing in the past is I sell and destash on Mercari. I leave the money there, then before Black Friday, I transfer it to my checking account. I have been very lax on Mercari. So I'm gonna start putting away money towards Black Friday, and that's just to be able to kind of take advantage of the sales and not take that out of my Christmas fund. So that will be an online transfer. Planning is an online transfer. I buy everything online. Beauty, I'm gonna keep it in the online account, and then in September it's gonna become a cash envelope. Medical will pay for, last week on my checkup, you saw Red Mountain weight loss for $400, so this medical will be to pay for that. And again, I have the money in my medical, but why take it out and then just put it back? So that will pay for it. Okay, so for Megan's birthday, her birthday is in July along with mine, and I of course exhausted her envelope and my envelope when it was our birthdays. That's how we paid for the tickets for Vegas. So I'm gonna start funding them again. It's $50 a month between now and July to have it funded. So I'm gonna put 50 in mine. And I think I need to get, oh no, I can do it this way. I was thinking I needed a new tracker, but. Okay, so this starts over. My husband is fully funded for his birthday in September. See, this is where the 50s would have been super handy to have. But I'm gonna let that go. I really just like saving a little bit every single month and then not feeling stressed when it was birthday time. So for the cars, which is my daughter and son-in-law, my daughter's birthday is in October, the beginning of the month, so I wanted to have this funded. And currently they have 150, 170, 190, 205 plus 300 in the online account. And I'm going to put 200 in. Okay, this is way overfunded, so she's done. They're done. My son-in-law's birthday is not until February. So 750, yeah, more than enough. Okay, so she's good. And then the rest of these envelopes are funded. Some of them are online. I did that split hybrid when I took money back to the bank, but I'm gonna try to figure out what I wanna do going forward. Nieces and nephews, family, which are my sisters and my mom. And then Liam and Milo is still in cash. And then Disney is actually in the bank. So Megan's birthday, my birthday, Hannah's birthday is all done. So of this money, if you're doing the math along with me, 400 is gonna go into savings challenge. We're gonna do that next. And then $425 I left in the bank. And one thing that you don't see on here is I gave my one daughter $250 to help her with a medical bill. So I just took that off the top before I even looked at what my income was. So I'm going to leave $425 back into my cushion of the account. I've been keeping about a $2,000 cushion in there because we do pay out of pocket for our medical bills, but we do have a medical spending account. So in the time that it takes to transfer that back into my account, I just always want to make sure I have that extra cushion in case the direct deposit doesn't come in and I'm paying that out of my budget. So that's kind of where I'm starting to build up another $2,000 as a cushion. I mean, I could pull it from my savings, but I don't want to have to do that. Okay, so now comes the fun part. So this should be a little over 400. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 340, 50, 360, 373, 83, 90, 95, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 20. So 465 is what's going to go into Savings Challenge. So let's see what we can do. So if the envelope is colored in, it has already been filled. I'm gonna write 465 on here since that's what we're gonna be stuffing. And there are certain numbers that I just put, like if it was $99, I put $100 in because I just couldn't figure out like that much change. So that's kind of where that stands. So 1,249 plus 465 means that there will be 1,714 in here when we are done. Okay. So the first thing I wanted to start with are the things that needed ones. I did get 21s because I figured those were going to be the hardest to fill. So the first one that I have is $8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you guys can see from above, but I cannot. And that's how you guys help me when you say you put that in the wrong one, or you don't have that one filled and you think you do. So here we go. And then I'm going to do 13. So 10, 11, 12, 13. Now this savings challenge, a lot of shops actually sell the box with all the envelopes, and I will tell you that takes a ton of time to do all those little envelopes. So this is my solution, was just to get a box on Amazon and the tabs on Amazon, number them 1 through 100, and this is how I'm running this challenge. So 14 for the next one. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 15 should be filled, and it is. Okay, 16 is not, so let me fill in 14 and 16. So 16, and then 17. I'm gonna be out of 10s here really quickly. 17. And then 18. 18. And then I'm going to put a 20 in for 19, since I don't have any more 10s. Okay, I feel like that was super productive. And then my next in the 20 is 23. 1, 2, 3. Now, could I just take this money and just put it back in the bank? I could, but this is actually very gratifying. So 23. And then 27. That one looks very sad. So 27. And then 28. Okay, that's it for ones, right? So 28, let me catch up here, so 27 and 28. Okay, so for 29, I'll just put 30. Nope, there's already money there. Oh no, 29, okay, I got it. I think I was just thinking 30 since that's what we were putting in. Okay, so all the ones that have ones either need to be overstuffed or not stuffed. So let's do 60. So 60. 61. I guess these were actually helpful to have the 20s. 61. Okay, so I know that one's under $1, but other ones are over $1. Okay, so we've got 3 5s left. Let's see what we have here. 85 is already stuffed. 75 I can't do. Okay, let's do 60, 70. That's 70. We still have one more 5 left. And then let's do 65 already done. 64 is not, so let's put this in 64. Okay, that went fast. So these are the last numbers that we have to fill, so it's going to take a while still. But I feel like we got a lot done because all these lower numbers got done with the ones. So next month when I pull out the cash for the savings challenge, then I will just go ahead and try to break it down even more. Okay, so that is done. Put that back in here and this back in here. So the other savings challenges that I had that I was going to do are the ones that I got from D versus Debt. So I'm gonna have to do those at the end of the month because those are scratch off and I need singles for those. So I do have a little vacation one that I started, so there's cash in here. So anytime I got paid back for something, anything like that, I started to put vacation money in here. I do need to label an envelope because normally vacation is not an envelope. It's always been an online account. But I do want to talk about the cash envelopes that I am going to be carrying with me starting in September. So this is the Louis Vuitton, the passport size. I have had this for quite some time. I did take this when I went to Europe because your passport actually does fit in here. The envelopes I'm going to carry with me will be groceries, eating out, personal care, my mom, entertainment. This one I haven't labeled yet, and then a back to bank. So I think this one is going to be, what do I think that was going to be? Miscellaneous. So these are the envelopes I'm going to carry with me, but it's small and compact, so I don't feel like it's going to take up a lot of room. I will still put my spending money into my wallet. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.
I'm stunning, you love it. Come on, give me something. I know that you want it. Come on.